Welcome to TradersArmy.com, defending your right to build wealth and preserve capital for generations to come. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Monday morning's edition of the Daily Market Commentary. I am your host, Chuck Fulkerson. Hope everybody had a great trading day yesterday. Well, I guess yesterday was Sunday, but if you caught the weekend edition, we had a couple of trades that you could have entered in on Sunday evening. So let's go ahead and dive right in. For those of you new to the channel, click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get alerts as they come. For those of you not new to the channel, do me a favor. Leave a comment, even if it's good morning, hello, had a good day, go Steelers, whatever it happens to be. The algorithms really like it when people leave likes and comments, and it'll help share the love with your fellow subscribers. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. So, yesterday I'm not going to go too long today because I don't have a whole lot to go over because not a whole lot has changed since our weekend edition yesterday. We had a live trading room for TradersArmy.com subscribers last night, and a couple of trades met entry while we were in the room, and I want to kind of show the ones that still have some play left in them. So my idea yesterday was I'm really going to kind of leave the S&P alone for a little bit. There's not a whole lot of opportunity in there for me because, frankly, if I want to go short, I got a better opportunity in the Nasdaq and in the Russell. And if I want to go long, the Dow is probably going to be the better opportunity. So moral of the story there is when the markets are weak, go with the weakest. When they're strong, go with the strongest. And so in the Nasdaq, we're getting a bit of a rally back up now to the area that we kind of fell off from about midnight. So essentially we're going to open close to flat, not quite flat from where we were, but essentially we're gonna open close to flat from where we were on Friday. Now I believe in continued bearishness based on the 4-hour chart, and the 4-hour chart being in more of a downward trend. So there's no reason for me to change that bearish sentiment as a shorter term trader for the next couple of days. I don't really have any areas that I want to highlight as huge opportunities at the moment, simply because they're fairly far away from current price. So the levels that I'm kind of looking at are, there's a little level up in here. There's one down in here that I've got an alert set up for when price gets back up to that region, but we're not in that area yet. You could theoretically get short right about here on the retest back up into this area. So this could be an opportunity to get short on the retest back into that region. Crude oil. So crude oil, we had a breakdown off of this level here. We're continuing our move down. I think crude oil could fall all the way down into this region. Frankly, I think crude oil could get all the way down even into here in the next, coming couple of days. Still staying fairly bearish in crude overall, and the breakdown kind of did occur right through there. So if you're short crude, I would take your stop, maybe move it down, lock in a bit of profits. Gold, this was a trade we set up last night, was the breakdown below this area here. That gold area has met entry, and it's halfway down to its target as well. So if you got into that gold trade last night in the live trading room, then you're going to want to take your stop and lock in maybe some of those little profits. Next would be our bonds and currency markets. And in those markets, the bonds actually got a little bit of strength overnight. We saw a pretty strong rally in the overnight hours in bonds. That's okay. Hopefully it can take us up to a potential reversal point here because there's no reason to change our big picture sentiment that we're a seller, right? We'd have to put in a higher swing high and a higher swing low, and there's no reason to change that we're a seller sentiment. One of the things I've cautioned people on is just buying because they feel like we're overextended. A market can stay overextended for a really long time. We're just waiting for price to kind of come back up into here. One of my very good friends, Eric Ochotnicki, says a market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. And I know he's got that quote attributed to somebody, but I don't know who he attributes it to, so I'm attributing it to him. And it can stay irrationally overextended longer, so don't just buy because it's overextended. Wait for price to give me a reason to buy when it comes into a fair price value area. In the Aussie, so our Aussie breakdown trade, we've actually gotten a really nice move out of that Aussie breakdown. We set a new level here. If it breaks below this 70.45, this is another opportunity to get short below this area here. We actually bounced off of it last night, and the idea was if it comes back down below here, then it gives you another opportunity to get short. But we hit our profit target in the Aussie for our first short off of this breakdown, and now we've set up for another potential breakdown short. In the euro, our breakdown level just met entry, and so it's just chopping a little bit. If you did get into that euro short below the breakdown level from last night's trading room, I would be very cautious of this one because though we broke down, we've not gotten any movement out of it. Now, I will say buyers keep trying to push it up, and sellers keep saying, no sue for you, and knocking it down. So it may be a decent opportunity at the but I'd manage your stop pretty tight on this one. Canadian dollar, another one where our breakdown trade worked out really well in the overnight hours. Stop was up here. At the very least, you take some money off the table, hit target 1, take your stop, move it to right in this area there to lock in some protections. Last couple, Great British Pound. Now, this was one that I identified, the Canadian dollar and the Great British Pound. We identified both of those yesterday in the weekend edition of the Daily Market Commentary. So hopefully, if you watched the weekend edition, you were able to catch both of these trades. And the Great British Pound is moving down nicely out of that area. Copper was another level that we had set up in yesterday's Daily Market Commentary. In our weekend edition, price came into our copper area. It was a confirmation style entry, so now we've started to move out of the level. And this one hit in the overnight hours, so depending on your style, if you had it set up, you could be following and trailing and running this thing as it continues to go a bit higher. I will tell you, me personally, I didn't love the way it was approaching, so I set up an alert for me to come take a look at it if it hit there. And it hit while I was in bed. So this is one that I just didn't love the approach, and so I missed out on the opportunity to ride it back up. It doesn't mean that you did. I just always like to kind of put that into perspective. So, all right, everybody. Well, I hope you have an absolutely amazing trading day. Remember, if you have any interest in our live trading rooms, October 21st to the 26th, we're going to have a free preview week of the tradersarmy.com live trading rooms. Go to tradersarmy.com to learn more. I'll put a link to Traders Army subscription down below so that you can get a chance to go and see for yourself. We'd love to have you at least come in and see if the trading rooms make sense. So hope everybody has a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.